We have recently done a video on the most powerful individual space marines from the Imperium, the loyalist ones. There are legends like Sigismund, Tyberos and chapter masters like Dante, Calgar and Grimnar in it, so if you haven't seen the video, do check it out after watching this one. But here in this video we will do the same thing, showcasing 10 of the most powerful or strongest Chaos Space Marines. We will exclude primarchs or other demons, just the astartes that have turned traitor. We will also not be showcasing them in any order, since it's almost impossible to ascertain which one is better than which one with 100% certainty. So let's get to it. Number 1. Khorne the Betrayer. He is a champion of Khorne and his primary objective is to satisfy the blood god's thirst for violence and chaos through extensive acts of slaughter and mayhem. He is said to be only second in power to Angron as far as Khorne's faction is concerned. Khorne was the first in the World Eater's Legion to be implanted with a replica of the Butcher's Nails implants without dying. He has been on the brink of death many times, including during the Butcher's Nail surgery, as well as being later impaled by a dozen blades, and somehow breathing himself back to life during the Siege of Terror when most of his brethren thought he was dead. His rise to infamy and gaining the title of Betrayer was during the Siege of Scalatrax, where he went into a berserker frenzy and murdered both the Imperial children and his own World Eater's brethren alike in a massacre that pleased the blood god Khorne for his bloodshed. Khorne, in his relentless pursuit of bloodshed, has claimed innumerable lives. His victims span a diverse array of beings, including hive tyrants of the Tyranids, Necron overlords, autarchs of the Eldari, or war bosses of the Orcs. Khorne has left a trail of destruction everywhere he goes. Number 2. Abdon the Despoiler. Ezekiel Abdon, widely recognized as Abdon the Despoiler, holds the esteemed title of War Master of Chaos. He is rumored to be the clone offspring of War Master Horus himself, and now stands as the preeminent War Master, succeeding Horus and earning the blessings of all 4 Chaos gods. Notably, unlike the demon primarchs, he has chosen not to wholly submit himself to the ruinous powers. Abdon was an imposing figure with a deep voice, towering over average space marines in height, strength and bulk. He also wears a Terminator armor and wields 2 formidable chaos weapons, the Talons of Horus, a fusion of Stormbolter and Lightning Claw, once owned by Horus himself, and the demon sword Drachnian. He is the one responsible for all the Black Crusades and for the opening of the Great Rift. A few notable warriors of 40K that Abdon has defeated are as follows: killing Jubal Khan, almost doing the same with Nathaniel Garrow, also killing a clone of Horus, which is a Primarch level threat. He also defeated Saint Celestine and also slew the great Sigismund and held his own against Khorne the Betrayer. He is indeed worthy of the title War Master. Number 3. Azek Ahriman. Azek Ahriman, a Chaos Space Marine from the Thousand Suns Legion, rose from a Terran Marine to become their first captain and chief librarian, and was also their greatest sorcerer. Gifted in precognition, he played a pivotal role in the Thousand Suns' fall to Tzeentch during the Horus Heresy. And post-Heresy, his actions, including significant spell bearing his name, led to the creation of the Rubric Marines, and also leading to his banishment from the Legion. Ahriman's knowledge of sorcery rivals even the greater demons of his patron god Tzeentch. Equipped with red power armor, a distinctive bolt pistol adorned with gold hawk wings, and a Hicker staff of ivory and blue copper, Ahriman wields potent artifacts such as the Black Staff of Ahriman as well, and an enchanted bolt pistol firing inferno bolts. Ahriman's stature has grown significantly since the Horus Heresy, and his abilities include the unshackling of his astral form from his body. It also includes aura sensing and complete mastery of his legion's rites and practices. He is a master manipulator of the warp, possessing a profound understanding of the dark arts and wielding formidable psychic powers. Number 4. Iskander Khaon. Referred to as the King Breaker and Khaon the Black, this individual is a Chaos Sorcerer and formerly held the title of Lord Vigilator within the Black Legion. A trusted lieutenant of Abdon the Despoiler, he stands as a key member of the Esgarion, the esteemed brotherhood of the Black Legion. Renowned for his remarkable feat, he earned the moniker King Breaker by being the sole sorcerer capable of bringing the demon Primarch Magnus the Red to his knees to a submissive stance, solidifying his reputation as a formidable force within the chaos-racked ranks. And in doing so, that should have cemented his position here in this list, as who else can you name that have defeated a demon Primarch like Magnus? Iskander Khaon had enough psychic resilience in him to survive the rubric of Ahriman as well, which is quite a feat. He is also capable of tearing holes in reality using a force weapon which could also be used for teleportation. He also carries a deck of leather-bound tarot cards containing bound demons to which he can summon at will to fight for him, including the Ragged Knight, who is a bloodthirster of Khorne. Number 5. Lucius the Eternal. Lucius is a Chaos Space Marine and now a Chaos Lord who has achieved a form of immortality through a dark and twisted curse. His immortality is a result of a curse placed upon him by the Chaos God Slaanesh. The curse dictates that anyone who takes pride in killing Lucius will in turn become the new vessel for Lucius' consciousness, essentially merging with him. This ensures that Lucius can continue to exist through the bodies of those who defeat him in combat, perpetuating his twisted form of life. Lucius is known for being an exceptional duelist skilled in various forms of combat, and he even revels in the sensation of pain and the emotions associated with it. His armor is adorned with the faces of those who have failed to defeat him, a grim testament to his martial prowess. Well, it all started in a gladiatorial combat, undefeated until he met his match in Lord Commander Sirius, who killed Lucius. However, Slaanesh didn't want to lose such a great fighter, and so the curse was born, and the victor, Sirius, was slowly transformed into a vessel for Lucius, himself becoming a screaming face within the armor. This cycle repeated itself every time Lucius is slain. His killer morphs into him. Even the Necrons fell victim, showing that these aliens still possess basic feelings like pride and satisfaction. Number 6. Huron Blackart. Formerly known as Luft Huron, now recognized as Huron Blackart or the Blood Reaver, he served as the chapter master of the Astral Claws, a rebellious Space Marine chapter that evolved into the infamous Red Corsairs. Ruling the planet Badab Primaris as the Tyrant of Badab, he wields authoritarian control. Although not an ardent Chaos follower, Huron acknowledged that the ruinous powers also enhances his own might. Initially equipped with Terminator armor, an Artificer Heavy Flamer, and a relic Lightning Claw called the Ghost Razors, his fall to Chaos saw him adopting a new power axe and a Tyrant's Claws, a formidable bionic weapon, a Power Fist with a built-in Heavy Flamer. Details regarding his original gear remains unclear though. Accompanied by a mysterious creature called Hamadria, it acts as a semi-intelligent familiar, granting Huron access to certain psychic powers and rumored to read and transmit thoughts, enabling him to thwart numerous assassination attempts. Even though he has been defeated quite a few times, every time he comes back, he appears to be more ruthless and more powerful. Number 7. Jago Sevatarion. Also known as the Prince of Crows, or just as Sevatar, he was rumored to be the first one to have uttered the words, "Death to the false emperor." A highly skilled and lethal warrior, Sevatar rose to the ranks to become the first captain of the Night Lord's Legion, leading the elite Atramentar. His leadership extended to tactical acumen, showcasing strategic understanding in various campaigns, such as the Sherrod campaign. And Sevatar also displayed resilience in enduring the adverse effects of his psychic abilities and demonstrated a level of resistance to psychic intrusion. Additionally, he showcased stealth and subterfuge, which are great skills during covert operations, exemplified by his escape from the Dark Angel's custody. Sevatar faced Sigismund of the Imperial Fist in a memorable duel, a feat unparalleled in over a century of warfare where no one had matched Sigismund. Lasting nearly 30 hours, the battle reached its climax when Sevatar, in a breach of the duel's rules, delivered a headbutt to Sigismund's face. Despite technically forfeiting the duel with his actions, Sevatar asserted his victory, emphasizing the harsh truth: there is no honor in the brutality of war. Number 8. Fabus B, commonly referred to as the Spider and the Primogenitor. Fabus B, once a lieutenant commander and chief apothecary of the Emperor's Children before the downfall of the Horus Heresy, has transformed into an infamous Chaos Space Marine, renowned as a mad scientist specializing in genetic manipulation and the crafting of augmented warriors. In contrast to many of his former brethren of the Emperor's Children, Bile does not align himself with Slaanesh. Instead, he dedicates his pursuits to the realm of science, delving into research for the creation and enhancements of Space Marines. Experimenting on himself as well as willingly on others, Fabus Bile yields a vast variations in strength and abilities, sometimes reaching extreme levels. Counteracting his frail physical form, Bile creates numerous clones, implanting his brain onto them for extended life, effectively rendering him immortal with successive awakenings. Additionally, he also uses the Chirurgeon, a warp-tainted mechanical device pumping demonically charged black ichor for unnatural resilience. Armed with the Rod of Torment as well, a demon-forged weapon once owned by the Demon Prince, which I cannot pronounce, maybe it's Shlaklak. Anyway, Shlaklak. Bile inflicts unbearable pain with this device and incapacitates almost any foe it strikes with. Number 9. Gormegron. Gormegron, known as the Reaper of Rodax, was originally a dark apostle of the Word-Bearers, Traitor Legion, during the Horus Heresy. Initially a loyal servant of the Emperor, Megron played a pivotal role in establishing a radical form of Emperor worship. However, when the Emperor censured the Word-Bearers for their religious practices, the Legion turned to heresy, forsaking their loyalty to the Emperor and embracing the Chaos Gods. Megron and his company pledged themselves as the Forsworn, swearing to topple the worship of the false Emperor. In a brutal war of attrition, Gormegron fought tirelessly against all Imperial forces. His dedication to chaos and the ruinous powers led to a pivotal moment in the Basilica of Saint Pedge, where, surrounded by the dead, he was granted demonhood. Transformed into a demon prince, a powerful one, Gormegron's body underwent a chaotic metamorphosis, imbuing him with immense strength and corrupting his once loyal power sword into a malevolent weapon. His ascension was marked by a surge of dark energy as he unleashed havoc upon the Imperial defenders, ultimately turning Rodax into a lifeless dead world. And number 10. Typhus the Traveler. Typhus from his origins was a half-breed, the result of one of the overlords of Barbarous, a Xenos species, taking a liking to his human mother and procreating forcefully to give birth to Callus, who would then grow up to become the dreaded champion of Nurgle. During the Great Crusade, Typhon gained legendary status for his resilience. He withstood a severe blow to the head, entering a cold rage and single-handedly dispatching the tribal warriors with a short iron bar. On another planet, he saved a Sisters of Silence squad by sacrificing himself on a malfunctioning crack grenade. Remarkably, he recovered in less than a week, and that was before becoming Nurgle's toy. He was a loyalist at that time. So later, favored by Nurgle even above Mortarion, he possesses the ability to invoke both Nurgle's Wrath and the Wind of Chaos, and his Terminator armor houses the Destroyer Hive, a plague in the form of a swarm of insects that constantly emerges from the crevices and openings in his armor. He has even ventured into the Garden of Nurgle, engaging in combat with cornet demons invading it. Upon defeating the bloodthirsty leader, he presented the demon's entrails as a gift to Nurgle's cauldron within the Nurgle's palace in the garden. He has also defeated Blackheart and stood his ground against Custodes. So subscribe and like for support, and yeah, while you're at it, bang on that bell icon as well for notifications on new video uploads. Till the next time, take care, boys.